as a man, when we don't have direction, it can cause a lot of issues in our life. It can cause us as men to become people that we don't want to become. And I'm saying this from personal experience, and I'm saying this from people that I know have helped, that have done things and haven't had an aim, haven't had a goal, and have become people that they don't want to become. So some of the issues and some of the problems that come up that really kind of get tucked underneath the rug and swept away are the things I'm going to talk about today. First thing is that mental health. Mental health absolutely suffers. There's no question. When men do not have direction or focus or some sort of chief aim, mental health suffers. It's true. Ask anybody, any guy that you know that doesn't have it or that didn't have a goal and now does, how much better they feel, how much less anxiety they have, how much less stress, how much less guilt they have. Saying this from personal experience. That as soon as I had that, I found my purpose, my chief aim. I got an overwhelming sense of energy and excitement. Doesn't mean that I'm every day making massive strides, but I know where I'm going. And that dramatically helps with your mental health. Not only that, it helps your physical health. If you had no physical or any sort of aim or any sort of goal, then why would you need to train your body to be in a certain way? So your body physically can take abuse, whether it's through drinking, whether it's through drugs, smoking, vaping, whether it's just not physically taking care of yourself by working out or eating healthy. When you have that aim, whether it's being as physically fit as you possibly can and losing 50 pounds, that's when you're going to start making those changes, and your physical body can suffer if you don't have them. Next point is that number two is that we as men can get very easily manipulated. And when I say that, it's most of the time in romantic relationships. Guilty as charged. I know most of you guys out there, if you're listening, you understand what I'm talking about. That we find a relationship and that person you feel excited around because you get a sense of energy and oxytocin. It feels good. You're connecting, you're having sex, all this stuff. It feels amazing and wonderful. Then you realize that they start asking things of you and the relationship starts to change at some point. Something shifts at some point, and it's not so wonderful and nice and fluffy and fun. And then you realize you start to become a person you don't really want to become just to stay in that relationship, just because the sex is good, or because they look good in your arm, or because you don't want to be alone. Again, guilty. You can get very easily manipulated when we don't have that direction, that focus. We start doing things, we start spending money, we start trying to impress people, we start trying to make decisions when we don't have that, just to make somebody else happy or just to look a certain way for somebody else or feel certain, trying to make somebody else feel a certain way. So be very mindful of who you're spending your time with, who you invite into that close circle, especially in romantic relationships. That is another big consequence of not having any aim in your life. The third thing, some men might agree with this, some might not, but personally I've found this, that I've had a harder time connecting with other men when I didn't have a focus or goal myself. Not that I couldn't do the small talk and chat with them and just connect in whatever, a very surface way, but to actually have a true connection, like a true brother, a true man in your life that you're like, dude, that's a man, that's a guy, that's for me, like a guy, a bro, whatever you want to call it, something that's actually there for you. It's much harder when you don't have that chief aim, that goal or direction. And so your relationships become very surface and you keep people at a distance. And then when struggles come up, you can't talk about them or you don't know who to talk to or who to turn to talk about these things. I can truly tell you I have one of those relationships. Two now, actually, sorry, two. And it's awesome because I know I can call them for anything. And I know they know they can call me for anything. And we talk about relationships, we talk about sex, we talk about the goals that we have and are just there for each other in that brotherly way. And it's a really cool feeling. I've honestly haven't had that. I didn't have that until I was probably 33, 34. So not until recently. But it is a really cool thing to have those brothers by my side when I need it. So that's an unforeseen consequence of not having any directions. It's harder to discuss those things. It's harder to connect when you don't have that because you kind of feel a little bit empty or sometimes inadequate inside. And the biggest thing I found with them is that leaves you with a deep sense of regret. Deep, deep sense of regret because of the time that you've wasted, the energy you've wasted, the people you might have hurt, the money you might have wasted. When you don't have that aim, you feel like your life's slipping by because you're not doing anything productive with it. You're not doing anything that really, truly matters to you. You're just doing things that other people want you to do or just kind of skating by. So my suggestion is to look at your life, look at what's going on and what you really want, and ask yourself some hard questions. First, where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want your life to be like? Where do you want to live? What kind of career do you want to have? Do you have the partner you have, or are you just settling? Do you have a partner that is with you and that supports you 100% in what you do and that lifts you up and that you lift up and you work amazingly together? Or you're in a relationship that is kind of empty and you are just roommates? Look at where do you want your body to be? What do you want to look like physically when you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old? Do you want to look like you haven't left the couch in 2 years? Or do you want to look like you can handle yourself? It's a big difference. If you don't have a specific pinpoint, that's okay. Find a direction. Maybe it's just you understand that you want to get a healthy body and you need to make a physical change there. That's good. Start writing down what that looks like. That's a great start. If you want to have more money, great. Write down what that looks like. If you want to help more people, what does that look like? Next, you have to write down who are you willing to become to accomplish these goals? Or rather, who do you need to become to accomplish these goals? What are some of the character traits you're going to need to adopt? So if you're going to want to, if you want to have an amazing body and lose 50 pounds, what type of character traits do you need? Probably going to need to ditch being lazy and ditch seeking comfort over everything or seeking ease. You have to be somebody that steps up to challenges, that has dedication, that takes pride in what they do, takes pride in their body. You have to look at the character traits you're willing to, that you need to adopt, and the ones that in your life right now that you need to push away. And what type of habits do you need to adopt and start practicing? Do I need to start practicing drinking less beer? Do I need to start practicing putting away porn and not pulling it out every night? Do I need to practice eating better? Do I need to practice doing more sales calls? Whatever it is. Next, you need to look at who can you recruit, because these goals, most great things are never done with one person. It takes a village, it takes a team. So who in your life can you model to accomplish this goal? Who in your life do you know that you can reach out to ask for advice, to ask them to guide you or just give you some tips on how to become the person you want to become, or rather how to accomplish the goals you want to accomplish? Swallow that humility, swallow that pride. It's okay. Every great person had somebody to model. Every great person in history that did something wonderful, that did something amazing, had somebody that they modeled or looked up to or copied. It's part of the process. Next, look at your life and realize who in your life do you need to push away that is a bad influence. Who in your life is not going to help you accomplish this goal? Maybe it's one of your friends that every weekend all they want to do is binge drink, smoke weed, eat a bunch of pizza, and you're trying to get in shape. it's not the person for you, right? Look at your life, and if you have some big financial goals, if are there people in your life that shut these goals down? Are there people in your life that don't have good relationship with money and know how to grow wealth? Don't spend time with them. Spend time with people that do know how to do it. If you don't have anybody in your life physically, start reading books, go on YouTube, start following people that do it. And think, who can I add to my circle to help me accomplish these goals? And who do I need to push away and maybe have them take a step back so I can accomplish goals I want and become the person I want to become and live out that goal that I want. Because I'll tell you this, is as you do that, even if you don't have a one specific goal, but if you just start trying and going after goals, if you hit it, great, you're going to feel amazing. And you might realize, I need to do more of this, or you might realize this is not what I wanted. And now I need to do something else. And that's okay. That's the beauty of doing this. It's not just about accomplishing the goals, it's who you become along the way. It's the person that you become as you try these things and accomplish these goals. Whether you fail it or not isn't that important. It's, are you putting in the work to get there? And as you do it, as you continue to do it, you'll start hitting those goals, or you'll start making small adjustments and narrowing down where you want to go. And both of them make you feel so alive, so real, so present and filled with purpose and joy and excitement and wanting to take on more. I know this from personal experience. I know this from kids that I've coached in football. I know this from people I coach right now as a life coach. So if you are at that point in your life where you feel like you have no aim or direction, but you're wanting to make change, and you're not sure where to go, you're not sure how you can do this, or you feel like you've gotten in your way multiple times in the past, I'd encourage you to reach out. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you become the best version of you. That's my purpose here. That's it. Just to help you, whatever that looks like, whatever vision or goal or direction that is for you. So if you haven't yet, please share, please subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.